Hello everyone, this is Poet Plays and welcome back to Slay the Spire. In the last episode we defeated the Slime Boss in Act 1 and ascended part way through Act 2. Will we be able to handle what the boss of Act 2 throws at us? Let's find out. So let's continue where we left off. And I think we went shopping last episode. And we did. But we apparently do not save what we shopped. Okay, last episode I remember that we bought the peace pipe. And then we bought either noxious fumes or swift strike, and I think we bought noxious fumes. Let's go that route. Yeah. Anyways, all power cards are upgraded because of our frozen egg, which is really good. So yeah. And let's proceed. Let's go on to fight this enemy in this next room. It is the Chosen. Maybe a member of the cultist group that worships the giant bird. Oh, I'm so glad. I keep thinking that we still have normality, and that was a nightmare to deal with. Okay, let's defend, because we can. Slice, let's backstab, and let's strike. I think that was a good turn, good opening turn. So I think our deck has some good synergy. We got some good cards. He's gonna try to, I think, hex us, which is bad. Let's envenom, let's noxious fumes. Let's slice, and then let's strike. So that's good. So you're going to be applying poison. I'm going to be applying envenom every time. So that's good. Oh, we're going to suffer, right? You're going to suffer. I'm going to tell you that much, boy. Okay, let's attack. And basically hex is whenever you play a non-attack card, shuffle one dazed into your draw pile. He's going to debuff us, so they're just not going to play anything. Yeah, and we can't really do much about that debuff, so yeah, whatever. He's gonna suck the strength out of us, which is not fantastic. Let's neutralize him. So we have to block 12 damage. Let's deflect just to gain good block. Ooh, dazed. Oh well. We could die, which is interesting. I think we blade dance. Take another dazed, but that's okay. We will just shiv him so we can deal more poison damage. Then we'll, okay, because we're doing 10 damage, right? So let's see. Let's just defend, because why not? I think that's okay. Let's just die. Yeah, let's play that. And then you're gonna die in the next 2 turns. So it's okay if we get a ton of like dazed cards, I suppose. It's okay. As long as we can like deal with it. Yeah, so that's fine. This is okay. He's gonna die next turn, so we don't really actually have to do anything. But let's just do it. So he's dead. And that is why you play poison deck, my friends. Steroid potion is nice. What card do we get? Sneaky strike upgraded. That's okay. Acrobatics is fine. Slice would be nice. So here's the thing, right? We have this peace pipe. This peace pipe allows us to remove cards from our deck. Now, the last time we learned from the Ironclad is that yes, having a big deck is not good because it takes a long time to cycle through, and you might not get the cards you want. So let's see. Right, when you play our power cards, they get they disappear from our deck. So that's like 19 cards in our deck. So we have like, and out of that 17, right, over half of that are just basic defense and strikes. So my thinking is, okay, eventually we want to get rid of some of these cards, right? If we get better cards that deal more damage. So here we can get more slices, and if we can upgrade these slices, they'll deal more damage than our strikes, which would be great. And since we have that dexterity, what do you call it, the card, footwork, I think, right, we gain more dexterity, which means that if we're able to substitute our strike cards for better attack cards, it would be great. So let's do slice. And we'll probably need to pare down the pack, pare down our deck, and we can remove maybe a strike when we next reach our rest site. So yeah, let's concentrate on attacking these bunch first. They're gonna deal like a total of 20 damage, and we can't really block any of this. Let's see, if we take the steroid potion, right, everything gets boosted. This does like 18 damage. This does, how do we put it? This does 12 damage. And we drew all 3 of our slice cards, so that's like, say, 21 damage, 21. We drew all the cards, almost all the cards that are like 0 energy, which is okay, I guess. 5 plus 21 gives us 26. 26 plus 13 is 39. So if we, for example, drink the steroid potion, we will kill this person right off the bat. We'll block, right? And then we'll only take 2 damage. But let's see here, right? Will we need this storage potion for the rest? I think we have quite some distance to go before the boss. So I'm cool with drinking the storage potion. I'm thinking we kill this mystic right off the bat. So let's do that. And we can totally do it too. Yeah, we can totally do it. Boom. Mystic down. Let's neutralize so we have to block less damage. And there we go. That is a good start right there. We had to use the potion for it, but that's not bad. We got rid of the mystic, which buffs things. So now we just gotta deal with this guy. I'm feeling we should defend here. Defend and then discard this strike. And that's okay. We'll slowly wear this guy down. 18 damage, right? So that's cool. That means we'll take 1 damage, I think. Yeah, because of the Tori. That's good. That is very, very good. We get free deflect, which is nice. Let's do that. We get noxious fumes, I think, are better for the long-term game. Let's block again. So now we're only going to take 1 damage. And then we can either do 6 or do 8. And let's do 8 because we got the shivs. Oh, we actually do 12 because of our boost with the strength. That is fantastic right there. So we have a good deck, I think. I'm comfortable saying we have a good deck and we have good artifacts to use. Die sounds really nice. Actually, let's dexterity and then defend. And then now he'll be doing only 1 damage because of the Tori. So we're absorbing this damage really nicely. And I think we're going to do die rather than envenom because we already have the noxious fumes. So let's just do that. So that's cool. And we'll get envenom next time. So you can see now, right, that even though we have 22 cards, we now only have 18 cards in our draw pile. And in our draw pile, right, we don't have any other cards that exhaust themselves, which is nice. So let's deflect again. Let's see whether we actually could envenom. I think this is the time to go in for the kill. Let's slice, let's defend, let's blade dance, let's deal more damage. That's where we go in for the kill. So he's gonna die next turn. He's gonna do 18 damage, but he's only gonna deal 1 damage to us because of the Tori. Nah, yeah, there you go. And he's gonna die next turn. So that was a good match. And we only took a little bit. Oh well, we have 20 damage now. Let's just take the regen potion because we can. And let's see. Well laid plans. At the end of your turn, retain up to 2 cards and the 0 energy card. So let's take it. Because that means we can plan out our deck. We can plan out our attacks better, which is good. So now we have 3 power cards, which is good. We have 3 power cards, and we have 2 cards that exhaust themselves. So that means we have 5 cards, which means our deck is 18 cards large. Actually, we have 4 power cards, 6 cards. That means our deck is 17 cards large now. Once we go through it once, right? Theoretically speaking. So that's okay. Our deck's a little big. Let's see. This is a snake plant. It has malleable. Upon receiving attack damage, gain 3 block, and block gain increases as malleable is triggered, and it resets to 3. So let's concentrate on blocking first, right? Yeah, I think we want to deal. We want to use the cards that deal the most amount of damage first, right? Or actually maybe not. Yeah, let's deal with the cards that deal the least amount of damage first. So this malleable is a good counter to us, right? Because he's just gonna get more and more block, right? So let's go like this 15 damage right off the bat, right? Then let's just backstab him. 10 damage right off the bat. That's like 4. So this malleable is increasing bit by bit. Let's just use the slice. There you go. And then let's just use the strike, and then let's use survivor. So now he's gonna do 21 damage, and we're only gonna block 12 of it. So we're gonna take 9 damage, which is not fantastic. Maybe I should have drunk that regen potion. Yeah. So we actually only take 8 because Tori blocked a bit of it. Okay, let's drink that regen potion just cause. Let's footwork here because that's important. Let's defend 7 blocks, so we're gonna take 14 damage now. Let's neutralize. So now we're gonna take 5. We're gonna take 1 damage. Then we're gonna take 6 damage instead. That's Noxious Fumes, because I think that's a good long-term strategy. It's going to take 6 damage, but it's a net. We're going to take 1 damage in total because of from where we started. Yeah, and this regeneration is going to be effective. So they're going to try to inflict a powerful negative effect on us, which is not great for us. But we don't need to block at all this turn. So that's, yeah, let's slice, and then let's strike. So this is going okay, I suppose. Going fine. I feel that we should have played that regen potion a little earlier, but I don't mind. This Enfeebling Spore is really bad because it's reducing it's giving us Frail and Weakened, which reduces our attack and the amount of block that we can get. But that's okay, because what that means is that we're just getting lots and lots of... We're countering that with our dexterity, we're countering that with our strength increase. So actually this is a pretty good thing. Let's see, so we can gain 10 block, right? We can block once. We'll take 8 damage instead, which is not fantastic. We'll take a net damage of 5 because we'll heal for 3 because of our regen. Not great. We could deal 6 damage, or we could deal theoretically 8 damage. So let's do that. Anyways, because we have... Do we have Envenom? No, we don't have Envenom. That's okay. That's okay. So you can deal 8 damage, and that's fine. So that's cool. Let's end our turn. We just retain this card because we can. So this is when it comes really good. Like retaining cards, that means that we can always keep the cards that are bad for us, I suppose. Or at least cards we can't play that turn, we can always keep them for next turn. So it's strategically sound. And let's just kill him. We can do it. We have enough. Right? We have enough? Yeah, we have enough. Scared me for a little bit there. But that's cool. 17 gold, and we can add another card to our deck. We can get another slice, which is nice. Which means that the next rest site I would like to get rid, which is coming up, right? I'd like to get rid of a, instead of resting, I'm going to get rid of a strike card that we have. Or we could lift, which is nice. I think our deck isn't too big. Now it's like 18 cards once we cycle through our deck once. So let's lift, get more strength, and that's the last time we can lift. Because, you know, you can only gain so much muscle mass when lifting the same amount of weight, right? So I think that's cool. So let's proceed, and we're gonna go to another enemy room. And here's an interesting question, right? Here's our question of the day. What is the least favorite enemy you like to encounter? And you can put your answer down in the comment section below. Well, for me, I can't tell you what is the most fun enemy to encounter, and we might meet him in Act 2, which is the Snecko, because the Snecko has Confused, right? Which creates interesting scenarios, right? Because Confused causes you to randomizes the energy cost of the cards in your hand. So it means that the high cost energy cards can become 0, or normally low cost energy cards can become very expensive. So it's always fun to fight him. Not all the time, it's not fantastic sometimes to fight that guy, but you get used to it, I suppose. Let's see here. If we block, if we do neutralize, we reduce the damage he takes. So weak, right, reduces damage by 25%, correct? Which means he'll do maybe 4 or 3 damage. Which means that if we block and just use 1 defend, it'll totally improve our situation. So let's neutralize, and he's only going to do 6 damage. Which means that with this defend, we're only taking we're going to take 1 HP of damage regardless, without Tori or not. So maybe that might not have been the best plan, but that's okay. We're going to backstab the cultist because he's trying to buff himself, and leaving the cultist while solely focusing on the chosen is dangerous. Because as he buffs, right, he's going to keep continually gaining strength, and that is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. So let's just concentrate on the cultist. I think we can kill him next turn. And since we have this 3 strength, right, our offensive power is just increasing, and that's really, really, really good. Yeah, but for least favorite enemy I like to encounter, probably... Ooh, this is a perfect card to play. Let's just play that right now. Yeah, but for least favorite... Least favorite, huh? Least favorite enemy. I can tell you the least favorite enemy is one of the elite bosses in Act 3. This, like, Snake Woman Witch. I hate that because, like, she creates daggers to throw at you, and it is just terrible to like face those things. I just hate them. It's terrible. Okay, we're not in a fantastic situation. We can't block any of this damage, so we're just gonna absorb it regardless. and that does not put us in a very good situation. Like meat on the bone could help, but it only heals us up to like 60 HP, so it's not fantastic. Like 12 over 90, 89, that's about maybe a ninth of our HP gained back, which is not fantastic, but it's better than nothing. Let's just deal as much damage as we can. Let's play the 0 energy cost card first. We could do footwork, but that will gain us a dazed in our draw pile, which we're very likely to deal. But I think footwork would be really good because it'll help us block damage in the future. So let's do footwork, just cause it's fine. And we can deal 18 damage, and I think that's for the best. And we're just gonna take this 10 damage straight on because we have no other choice. That's okay. Yeah, dealing with the Chosen when you have like bad draws are terrible. We're vulnerable, we take more damage now, that's not great. But I don't mind, it's not bad. I'm not mad about it. Let's see, so we can envenom, which I think we'll do. We can slice, which we'll do. And then I think we will just, okay, our hand is gonna be full, it would be 2 dazes, but I am okay with that. So let's just block all this. I feel okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because this poison is gonna severely damage the Chosen, and we can kill him or her in the next few turns. Yeah, and he's just gonna enfeeble us again, so that's fine. And we're gonna get rid of all these dazes, which is good, right? Oh, this is when our, oh no, that is when our card retention, we should not have played that. I played that unconsciously. Oh, that's okay, they just expired anyway, so that's okay. So that's cool. This is why you play a poison deck, because the Chosen's just gonna die next turn. Like poison, what's a useful tip is that poison applies itself before the enemies deal damage. So if you can deal enough poison damage, it's really good. So you get a little bit of gold, we get a speed potion. It's like steroid potion, but for dexterity. And we get the choose card. We get Masterful Stab. Costs 1 additional energy for each time you lose HP this combat, and deals 12 damage. So it gets more costly for each time you lose HP, which is really bad. Like at the end of it, it could cost like maybe 7 energy if we could totally not play it. Blur is nice. Gain 5 block, and block is not removed at the start of your next turn, which is interesting. If you're able to build up a ton of block, that would be good. But I don't really see that happening. Like our deck isn't one really well suited for that. Let's see, let's just count how many cards are gotten rid of from our draw pile and recycle through our deck once. We have the 2 cards that are exhausted, and then we have our 4 power cards, which is 6 cards. So right now our draw pile is 18 cards large. So blur is nice, but I don't think we'll ever do a deck that block is not removed at the start of your next turn. Like sure, we could draw footwork, sure, we could draw a ton of defense, right? But unless we get blur, it's not going to happen. However, if we go to a rest site, the sad thing is that we're only going to encounter one more rest. Like if we go to this rest site, we're going to have to fight an elite boss, and I'm not stoked about that happening. I'd rather not fight an elite boss if we can help it, because I'm still not confident that our deck can deal enough damage to like fight one of the bad elite bosses that we can face. So blur is nice. It's like a better defense card. You know what? Our deck is getting really big, and blur is. You know what, I'm gonna take the long game. I'm gonna go with blur, but then I'm gonna remove a card. I'm gonna remove a block. Okay, so this is interesting. We have a beard and we have another chosen, which is not great. This bird is doing 1 damage every 5, so you can. It's gonna deal 5 damage in a single turn. This, you're gonna deal 10 blade dance first, so we can chuck our shivs at the guy, and then basically we can negate the damage that he's dealing, because now he's dazed. We attacked him 3 times. I'm gonna backstab you, and then we're gonna just defend all this damage you're dealing, which is cool. I think we have the ability to deal with this beard as the situation arises, which is why I did not concentrate on him, because the beard isn't really much of an issue. Like it's gonna become an issue if we let him stay, like the cultist, but when they're on the ground like this, they really don't do a lot of damage. So let's see, we can envenom. Let's do that. We will play die, right, which is really perfect for this situation. We can slice and just kill him now, which I think we're gonna do, so we won't take any damage. And I believe we're gonna use footwork, because hex, you're just gonna hex us this turn, and we're gonna use this opportunity to play footwork before the hex gets applied to us, so we won't get dazed when we want to use footwork in the future. So that's fine. You have to block for 10 damage, which is not great. Let's neutralize first, so we only have to block 7. So we can use Survivor. Let's use Slice. So we're slowly poisoning you. Let's Strike. We can go Blur. We can gain 7 block, or we can gain 10 block. They're going to be discarded regardless. So let's just gain... yeah, let's just use Survivor, because why not? And you're going to end up with 1 dazed card, which I am okay with. So this is interesting. The Chosen attacks us and we are vulnerable, but that is okay. But it's going for the super big attack, which that disgusts me. We might have to play our speed potion so that we can gain enough block to deal with this, which I'm not stoked about, but I do not want to just take 27 damage straight in the face, especially since like we're only partway up Act 2. So let's drink the speed potion. I'm going to deflect, and that sucks because there are going to be a lot of dazed cards in our hand, but at least we're only going to take 1 damage because of Tori, right? We're only taking 4 damage, we're only going to take 1 because of our Tori. We're going to Noxious Fumes, because why not? Another dazed card, but I'm okay with that. And we will Strike, and we'll end our turn like that. So that was okay. We're gonna be absorbing 1 damage, but that is okay. Hopefully we can get meat on the bone, the trigger. We can Slice. Good thing that the Chosen is going on a debuff, because if he had gone for another attack, I would not have been able to do anything. But that does not matter, because we have poisoned it enough, and it is going to die. Which is why I love poison decks. It's one of my favorite decks to play. So here we go. We can get more Slices. We can do Phantasmal Killer, or we can do Quick Slash. I might get more Slices, but at the same time, I'm a bit conflicted about it because our deck is getting really, really big. Our deck is now 25 cards large, and we have 1, 2, I keep forgetting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that are gotten rid of from our draw pile once we cycle through our deck, which means that we have 19 cards now. It's not fantastic, and sure, I could get another Slice card, but I'm not going to be able to remove a card unless I get to a rest site. And in all likelihood, I'm going to have to rest at that rest site. So I'm not going to take any more cards, because I think our deck is pretty good already. We get 48 gold, and we get the Pen Nib. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. That is fantastic. Holding the nib, you can see everyone ever slain by the previous owner of the pen. A violent history. Wow. I wonder whether I would ever use this, as a poet plays. I could write using the pen nib. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. That is not fantastic, but okay. Let's see, from here we can get 2 unknown rooms. From here we can also get 2 unknown rooms, but also spend some of our cash. I'm not really stoked about spending any of our cash, because if we're going to go there, then I'm probably going to use our cash to remove some cards. It should actually work if you could do that, because we go our cash, and then we go to these unknown rooms. Instead of facing 2 enemies, we'll face also 2 enemies and an unknown room. So that's cool. Let's go to the cash. Yeah, let's go to the shop, or the merchant here in this case. Hello, welcome, he says, which is nice. So that's cool. We can see what they have. We already have well laid plans, so that's okay. You don't need another one. Oh, it's too bad we don't have... Look at this. Upgrade 2 random attacks. That's fantastic. We just don't have enough gold. It's such a pity. We just came here to remove a card. So we have Blur, right? So let's get rid of one of our defends, right? Just to pare down the pack a little. Support small businesses. That is true. You should support local small businesses. Helps out the economy. So here we have it. We end the episode again by shopping. So thank you guys so much for watching my playthrough of the Silent and Slay the Spire. We'll take a break here. My name is Poet Plays, and until next time, stay safe.